As part of your learning journey, you're going to hear talked about 3 stages of learning. These 3 stages have to be completed for you to be fully competent and be working in a consciously competent way. Our first stage is what we call educational stage. This is where you're doing things on this platform, learning and developing, researching online, and doing the information. If you've got a challenge, the first thing you need to find is how are you going to fix it? Your second stage, which typically comes from a role play type scenario or a testing type phase, is going into emotional learning, is getting used to a little bit of that role play, getting used to a little bit of how does that play, how does that talk through, and being able to both use role play, both through talking through leadership and engaging with people to be able to learn. Then your final stage is the most important element, which is why I ask you not to run through here and try and take everything in and then evidently having to come back, and that is immersion. If you taught a lot of the things that you learned at school, you will have forgotten. And that's because fundamentally, we didn't need to use X, Y, Z. We still don't need to use pi because we don't need immersion for it. If you don't use a language, you lose it. If you don't use your muscles, you lose it. And if you don't use the training and development, you will never sink in and you will never develop it. So the last phase is immersion, which is the act of doing.